Israel has attacked the southern suburbs of Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Multiple explosions have been heard. This is the latest footage from the attack, with early reports indicating a multi-storey building has been hit. The army targeted Dahiyeh, an area known for being a Hezbollah stronghold. Israel's defense minister says the strikes were in response to Hezbollah firing on Israeli territory. US President Donald Trump had previously told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that attacking Beirut would not be acceptable. Israel has also continued to carry out attacks on the south of the country. This is the latest video footage from Dahiyeh. Earlier, Israel issued new forced displacement orders for residents in and around the Lebanese city of Tyre. We're going to go to our correspondent in Tyre in southern Lebanon in just a moment, but first let's go to Beirut where Ali Hashem is standing by for us. Ali, tell us what has been going on.
Well, there were three explosions actually heard from the southern suburb of Beirut, and then we understood that there was an Israeli attack on a building. It's not an airstrike, it was a kind of a drone strike or precise missiles hitting a couple of floors in one building. Actually, the building is just beneath another building that was destroyed in the previous war. So if you see the pictures, you'll see a destroyed building that was destroyed in the past war. And there's a new one hit. A couple of floors were hit. For the moment, there are no reports of what and who was there, except for what the Israelis are saying, that this was an infrastructure for Hezbollah. What we're hearing right now from the Lebanese news agency is that there are reported casualties after the Israeli attack on the southern suburb of Beirut, the area of Tahwitat al-Ghadir al-Maraiji. This is the area that was targeted today. For now, as I'm talking to you, the drone is buzzing above our head, and this is just the same thing every day, and every day it's just the soundtrack of the Lebanese capital. But the most important thing that this is a turning point, because a week ago there was an Israeli warning to the southern suburb, and then we heard President Trump saying that there is a ceasefire. Then we saw the Iranians threatening at the same time that in case Israel is going to attack the southern suburb, they are going to retaliate towards Israel. And then Lebanon and Israel had their meetings. There was another announcement of ceasefire. However, there was no real ceasefire except for Beirut and the southern suburbs. So this is the only place where there was no military activities. Even just the entrance of Beirut, Khaldi, which is like 3-4 kilometers from Beirut's international airport. There was an attack on Monday. Someone was killed over there, an assassination. So the issue right now is that things are changing once again, and back to square one that everyone was trying last week to get out of this vicious cycle. The south is being attacked on daily basis. The western Biqa is being attacked on a daily basis. And now with this attack in Beirut, and Beirut's southern suburb, and the Israelis saying that this is in retaliation to an attack by Hezbollah on the northern communities, the cards are being mixed again, and everyone is waiting to see what's going to be the next step and who is going to do the next step. In case there are casualties, and as we are reading now from Lebanon's national agency, then will Hezbollah retaliate towards the north, and would that create another pattern or another cycle of uncontrolled exchange of fire, given the fact that war, as I've been saying and I will always repeat, hasn't finished. The war in the south continues. Yesterday, a brigadier general in the Lebanese army was killed alongside a captain and a private. Cities and towns in South Lebanon and the western Biqa are being attacked on hourly basis, and we're talking about on daily basis also tens of people between killed and injured. So the war is there. The only thing was that Beirut and its southern suburb are outside the equation. Today, the Israelis are bringing them back to the mix.
Ali, just to explain to our viewers, as you said, a lot of this detail is still coming in about the precision of this attack and what Israel claims it was, its purpose. We do know, and you have referred to this as well, we were in this same situation a couple of days ago with Israel threatening to strike this area of Beirut. Can you help our viewers understand this is a densely populated area? What is its history and what is the effect on the people who live there?
Well, the issue is that when the Israelis warned last week that they are going to attack the southern suburb, many people left. And it was already an area that was attacked during the war, so there was continuous displacement from that area. However, there are a lot of families who prefer to get back to their homes, even if that means that they are in risk of being killed. But at least they are not in tents, they are not in schools, they are not in poor infrastructure, they're not in the stadium, they're not in the park, they're not on the beach. So they prefer to get back to their apartments, to their houses, regardless of the threats and the risks. And that's why there's still many people inside the southern suburb, and that's why this area is still populated. You know, this is an area with hundreds of thousands of people, and it has different neighborhoods. It's large, a big area. The war created a lot of threats there by Israeli airstrikes on buildings, sometimes indiscriminate attacks on buildings, sometimes forceful warnings to people to leave certain buildings and certain areas. But in general, those people there, those who decided to leave, came to the capital, went to the mountains, went to several other areas, while there is, I can say, tens of thousands that are still inside there, insisting on staying, and they do not want to leave. Today, with this attack, the papers are mixed again, even for the people, for the normal people. It's not just Hezbollah that will have to decide on retaliating or not. It's also for many families that will have to decide on leaving the suburb or staying there, taking the risk and wishing or hoping that nothing's going to happen.
All right, Ali Hashem joining us live from Beirut. Thank you.